You can mail a shotgun, you can mail a rifle, but for regular people, good luck mailing a handgun. Now, USPS may change that.
Chapter 1. The split most people never understood. A lot of gun owners hear guns in the mail and assume every firearm was banned from USPS. That was never true. Under the current USPS rules, unloaded rifles and shotguns can be mailed if the shipment follows federal law, state law, local law, and postal service rules. That means long guns already had a legal path. It just was not casual. Firearm has to be unloaded. USPS can require the sender to open the package or certify that the gun is unloaded and eligible for mailing. The outside of the box cannot say what is inside. No firearm labels, no obvious gun store branding. Nothing to tempt would-be thieves. And this is only about the firearm. Ammunition, primers, powder, and loaded magazines are a separate issue, and USPS treats small arms ammunition as prohibited from mailing. Now quickly on a separate issue that is very important. Bringing or storing a carry gun on postal property is its own legal trap, including the parking lot issue. We cover that in the USPS property video linked above. For most regulated firearm shipments, USPS also requires tracking and signature capture. Now here's an everyday example. You own a shotgun and need to send it to an FFL gunsmith for repair. Under the current long gun rules, that can fit inside the USPS process. Another example, you're going out of state for a lawful hunting trip, or even a shooting competition. Under the current USPS long gun structure, a person can mail a rifle or shotgun to himself in care of another person in the state where he plans to do the firearm activity. The package is addressed to the owner with the other person listed in care of, and nobody else opens it when it arrives. But what if you need to send a handgun? Chapter 2. Why handguns were treated differently. Federal law singled out pistols, revolvers, and other concealable firearms. Those firearms were declared non-mailable because Congress treated concealable firearms differently. USPS Publication 52 followed the same structure. For normal private gun owners, that meant a handgun generally could not be mailed through the post office. Not harder or more expensive, non-mailable, unless the shipment fit one of those listed exceptions. Those exceptions mostly covered official duty government or law enforcement related shipments, plus licensed firearm manufacturers, dealers, and importers. That is why an FFL could use USPS for certain handgun shipments, like dealer-to-dealer repairs or trade shipments, while a regular citizen generally could not mail a pistol to a friend, a buyer, or himself in another state. Before this proposal, USPS was usually out for ordinary handgun mailing, and the practical answer was messy, because major carriers like UPS and FedEx have their own firearm shipping rules too. So even if the underlying shipment was legal, that did not mean every carrier would accept it. Chapter 3. What actually changed? In January 2026, the DOJ Office of Legal Counsel said the federal ban on mailing concealable firearms could not constitutionally be enforced against protected arms like handguns. That is huge, but it was DOJ's enforcement position, not an instant rewrite of USPS Publication 52. There are a few layers here. The old statute, DOJ's enforcement position, USPS Publication 52, and the transfer laws that still apply wherever the package is going. That is why this story feels messy. The government's enforcement position changed before the written USPS mailing standards fully changed. So in April 2026, USPS proposed revising Publication 52. The proposal would create a broader category of mailable firearms, including lawful pistols, revolvers, rifles, and shotguns. Instead of automatically treating handguns as non-mailable for regular people, USPS would move eligible handguns closer to the way it already treat eligible rifles and shotguns. Drop a comment on this one. Should USPS treat handguns the same as rifles and shotguns for mailing, or are handguns a completely different category for you? Chapter 4. What the proposed process would look like. If USPS finalizes the rule in its proposed form, handguns would not become casual mail. They would become mailable under conditions similar to other eligible firearms: unloaded, unmarked on the outside, properly packaged, tracked, and signed for when required. For same-state shipments, the proposed USPS text also requires a return service requested endorsement. Don't assume this covers NFA-type firearms undetectable firearms, or any category that is otherwise restricted. If the handgun is restricted where it lands, if the magazine is illegal there, or if the recipient cannot lawfully receive it, USPS does not clean that up. That matters in strict states like New York, New Jersey, California, Illinois, and Washington, where one bad assumption could get expensive fast. So if this proposal becomes final, it does not mean mail handguns to anybody. It means USPS may stop being the wall for certain handgun shipments that are already legal underneath, like lawful same-state shipments where state law allows it, shipping to yourself for lawful activity, repairs through FFLs, or shipments to FFLs. And once you understand the law, the next question is everyday carry, and Jane's going to show you how we make that part easier.
Hey, if you made it this far, you probably care about doing things right. If you've tried carrying in gym shorts or sweats, it just never feels quite right. Waistband moves, holster shifts, it's fine, but it's not dialed. That is why we built Relaxed Fit Tactical. Our shorts lock onto an inner belt, so your holster clips to a hidden belt, not just fabric. Same setup, same draw, just more comfortable. So if you carry every day, this just makes sense. Links below.